Warwick Racing presents Show Us Your Tips with a midweek preview. Only about 12 hours late, but we'll get it up in time for the punters to hopefully find a winner or two. Good weekend, Beaver, though. Before that, just quickly.
Very good weekend, mates. Lots of winners, good day, and plenty of profit there for the punters that anyone that got on our live stream. So we did our first live stream of the day, testing out some of our technical capabilities. Had a few teething issues, but they'll be ironed out for next time. But the punters that followed us would have been pleasingly surprised. We started the day with $1,000 cash in the kitty and a few free bets, and finished the day with 3,400.
Yeah, so
for the punters. Good result.
Yeah, so the advantage of the live stream was we were able to sort of see how the track was playing. We changed a couple of those throughout the day. We were able to jump on Polly Gray, and with a few of the changes and Enchanted Heart, the way the track was, they were pretty easy to find, and it all ended well.
Yep.
So we'll iron out those kinks for next time and hopefully be ready to go. Whether it's from the studio, whether it's whatever we do, we'll be ready to go. Hopefully, in if not this coming weekend, a few weeks down the track.
Yeah, and we had a couple of trifectas that we got the cash as well that had nice little pays. So all added to the kitty and showed the punters what it's all about.
Yep, fantastic. So more to come there. We'll get up and going with them as we get into the rest of the Doomben and Brisbane Carnival. But for now, we've got midweek racing. It's probably the keenest I've been to bet on a midweek card for a long time. So hopefully that translates, Beaver. We'll kick off at Warwick Farm where it's wet. The Penno is currently, where are we here? In a 5.9 range, usually soft. Once it gets about 5.6, it's in a softish. So I'm thinking an upgrade if the sun stays out might be in order. So we'll see how that goes. We'll kick off in the first with the 2-year-old, where I guess the two horses of interest have both been scratched, which probably leaves a $1.30 favourite, which will probably win, and I don't want to back. So,
Yep.
Do we have much to add there?
Nothing there, mate. So I'll let that one run without me.
The second of the day is the 3-year-old 68. Again, a couple of key scratchings here, even a short price favourite. How are you looking at this one?
Yeah, a little tricky little affair here. Ruben Moss has been good this preparation with two nice starts. I did think the price was a touch skinny, and for that reason, I've gone Caden Arbia at the slightly better price. Only had the once run where it was well found and ran fourth, so put it straight back out. Ready for this fresh. Had a couple of trials. Last trial was pretty good, I thought, at Randwick. Its trial before that wasn't tested, but won by over 4 lengths at its last trial. So if it's ready to go, which it looks like it is, yeah, it might be a knockout chance.
I'm with the favourite here, just up third up now. Both runs have been good and hard to beat. I would have been all over Supremo if it had a run. I think it's come back a nice horse, whatever that means on a Wednesday morning, but I'll follow that wherever it goes next. But yeah, I'm with the favourite here. So to beat the one you mentioned, benchmark 72 over the 2,400. We've got the staying race of the day. Do you want to play in the staying race of the day?
No, thank you. I'll let this one go through the keeper. This is just way too hard for me, and anything could win this.
Yeah, I sort of defaulted to Lava just because it's had the 2,400 lead up, but this is an awful race and one I don't really want to bet in. 72 over the 1,000 might be a little more interesting. Returning Six Gun, who's been gelded. What do we do with Six Gun?
Yeah, look, I think Six Gun's probably one of the better bets on the card, to be honest. Just has some really good form in better class races than this. Trialled really well, finished 3 lengths behind Embracer, come out and won its barrier trial before that, and racing much better company than this, finishing a couple of lengths behind Wild Ruler. That's good form for a race like this. Should come out, cross, and go from there.
Yeah, I think the gelding will help. He's got those good runs, but a lot of times he's missed the start or carried on like a pork chop. I think he's sweated up on occasion. Hopefully, what I liked in the second trial is he jumped with the field, and if he does that, he'll beat these and hopefully head to better things. If he doesn't, then I don't know if I want to touch him ever again. But yeah, one of the better bets of the day if all goes to plan. I agree with that. The 5-year-olds benchmark 72 over the mile. These now seem to be a regular thing, these 5-year-old races. How are you going to play this 5-year-old race?
Yeah, I wasn't super keen on the affair, but I did come up with as a men from the Lee stable. I thought it was a little bit unlucky last start over the same sort of distance at Canterbury. Did really well to probably finish as close as it did, to be totally honest. This is a pretty weak affair, and I don't see any reason why it can't get the sit in this race from the good draw and power over the top.
I defaulted to Gemahara just because it will be leading, and I don't think there's many chases. It's got pretty good. The last run was good. Before that was provincial championship final. Just roll along in the pace. I think if there's a couple of here, I'm tipping Camarilla, and if he doesn't really ride well, I'm happy to leave him alone for a while because I think he's got some talent, but he's got a little bit to learn actually coming up and playing with the Sydney boys now. But we'll see what he brings here. He's only got one job here to cross and hopefully lead and put this field away. So we'll see how that goes. What you said's right with, Azerman down into weights, J-Mac, obviously big ticks on a sticky track. We'll see how all that goes.
Yeah, I just weighted up to absolute peak, and they've had to put the apprentice on to get the claim, to get some of that weight relief. It's drawn close enough to the outside. $2.70 with those negatives has me a little bit worried.
I could see it getting to $3. Any longer than that, I would maybe be nervous after that. Benchmark 72 over the 1,100 meters. Good little race where I see things actually being backed well. A couple of scratches here, key scratches. I'm actually going to make a case for Tiny, the Godolphin horse. I thought the trials have been okay. It was a horse had quite a good first prep. Only fail was its last run of the prep. It went down to Melbourne up the straight. I think at the opening prices before scratchings, I thought it was a forgotten horse. And I think even at the $6 mark, I think it's a nice bet. How have you looked at this race?
I thought fairly similar to you, mate. Pretty open affair. If Tiny's up to the mark and seems to have trialled reasonably well for a good first up tilt, I thought it might be the horse to beat. And then won a little bit of odds and Bella. I thought it was its win at Scone was pretty good, and sometimes these horses coming from Scone to the city can go all right. So interestingly, Thompson's got the favourite, but this one might, from the 12 gate, patiently ridden, could finish over the top.
Yeah, nice. Let's wrap up the day. Benchmark 72 again, 1,400 metre land now, where I am going to once again tip Canberra Willa with the claim on the leader. But I think Snippy Fox is going all right this prep. Easy enough race, third up. Wet track, not an issue. Hopefully rolls forward and puts his field to bed again. What about yourself?
No, I'm going for Adelaide's light, mate. This time of year, winning form's good form for these types of races. Lot to like about the last two wins. Been super impressive. Been well found in the market in both times. Started odds on and won really easily at Newcastle. Prior to that, similarly, really, really short price. Went for the kill. I think down at Kembla. Tried well before that. Continues to step through the grades, and I expect it to do here.
Cool. For Progrit Racing, your best in value in Sydney on a nice Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah, my best comes up in race 4, number 6 gun. And I didn't have, probably my value was probably Tiny, around the $6 mark, race 6, number 3.
Yeah, I'm going to make my best Gemahara just on the basis. I think that's not a very strong race at all. Bit of faith in Canberra Wheeler today with those two. And with Primo, my value will be Tiny as well. I think it'll run well at the $6 mark. Let's quickly head down south where the sale meeting's been transferred to Pakenham. which doesn't really affect too many of my selections. The scratchings have held up okay. Where we kick off the day, as my laptop updates, with the 12-year-old maiden, where I think the favourite's going to be very hard to beat. Johnny Ruboy was a nice debut. Chased very hard through the line. A couple of scratchings, going to sit closer, and I don't think this is a very strong race at all. Much to add?
Our John Boy, you mean?
That one, yeah. Sorry, our John Boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the same as you, mate.
Beautiful. Race 1, number 5, our John Boy. Jason Maskiel tick as well, so no problems there. Where the track is soft, actually, at Pakenham, I should have mentioned that, so I think it'll play all right. I won't be playing in the 2-year-old race, though. Will you? All right. The 2-year-old is race 2. I think there's too many questions here for me to have any opinion. Did you find one?
No, I left this one alone, mate. We've got a fair few horses starting their prep after a first up tilt and some new first starters. So hard to get a gauge on these ones. So be watching on here.
Race number 3, 1400 meter maiden, with plenty of exposed form. How are you lining up this? Do you like the favourite here, which is lightly raced? Nice debut.
Yeah, look, I similar to the last race, was a nice enough debut, but with a couple of first starters here and one or two resuming, I left this alone. I just thought the favourite was a little bit too skinny on the one start.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Benchmark 70, we can get our teeth into a few more of these. Benchmark 70 over the 2,000 metres. Staying contest of the day. I'm going to make a case for the So You Think horse, Think Champagne. I think it was a nice debut. I think it's a wet tracker. Up in distance going to suit. So You Think's go well in the wet. Got through once it finally got out to 24, was really good through the line. Has this been changed to the race? This was 2,400 last night, wasn't it? They must have changed it with the track change. Anyway.
Track change from Sale to Pakenham.
Yeah. I still think it'll run well. I still think at the 370, it's a good price and happy to take on the favourite. And looks like you agree.
Yeah, I do. I come up with exactly the same logic as you here. I agree. This is where the day starts to hot up in Pakenham, and I think there's plenty of winners from here on in. And I think Champagne might get us at the slightly better odds. So I'm happy to play the same as you.
Race number 5 kicks off the quaddie, 1,200 metre, 64. Favourite time again?
Yeah, I think we've got a good one here from Archie Alexander's stable. First race start was ultra impressive, put straight out and brought back to jump through the grades here. Really strong win on debut and good trial.
I thought, I agree. I had it on top. The Sweet 16 at the price yesterday, I was keen to have a small saver on, around $7. I don't know if I'll even bother now, perhaps. But I think these favourites are going to be hard to beat for the rest of the afternoon now. Race 6, benchmark 78 over the 1,000 metres. We see the favourite here come out, leaving Quesadilla odds on. How are you looking at this 1,000 metre one?
Yeah, I did. I previously had a really strong liking for all of Brighton, so disappointed that it did come out. Quesadilla, that's now pretty short at $1.75, should win this race. $1.75, bit skinny, but should be winning.
On top, obviously. Final Man is an out-and-out heavy tracker and will run better here at the $9.50. But I've found Quesadilla enough through these sort of races. This is a weak affair and favourite hard to beat again. Benchmark 70 for the second last of the day for the girls. And again, we see a lightly raced, nice horse return. I think it's a well-related horse. I can't remember who it was related to. One of the good horses. Maybe even Surprise Baby. Might even be a half to Surprise Baby or something. But Kiranui, it's a Saturday winner.
I think that's right.
It's back to Wednesday grade, and it should kick off with a nice enough win here.
Yeah, I think this is another good bet. Jamie Carr aboard, drawn well. Looks to match up quite good here. Trialled okay, and definitely a promising mare on the way up.
Yep. I think Lady Dioro run well for a placing, and Perennial can potentially run third fresh. And pretty keen to, again, bet in this race. And we're going to wrap up the Class 1 1400 metres with perhaps Play It Again Beaver. What do you reckon about the favourite here?
Yeah, it's pretty, looks special for me. Probably a little bit more depth in this race than possibly some of the others, but this course has good wraps on it, and for the right reasons. Won really well at Geelong first up by 5 lengths and was backed off the map there after trialling well. Should be winning here.
Yeah, can't add much more. Pretty keen to bet now. And now it's Pakenham as well. I say it was a great track to bet on when it's dry, but at Pakenham, trusted a little bit, well, just as much. And no issue for me taking some of these favourites throughout the day. Do you want to label a best while we go, or?
Mate, my best is I'm just going to all up the last 5, 6, 7, and 8 the races and just all up those 4 faves. I think they'll all be winning. So Reciprocation, Quesadilla, Caribou, and Bermudez. So
Yeah,
I'm just gonna let it ride.
Let it ride. No worries.
As Richard Dreyfuss would say.
Don't have much more to add. I think it's a very exciting betting day for me. So hopefully we can get somewhat of a price about some of them. For the sake of a value bet with all the scratchings, I'll say Final Man can run a place there at around $9.50. Maybe run the Quinella with Quesadilla. And we're going to go north for Pro Group Racing. Got anything up there?
Yeah, I've got 3 bets up north. Gold Coast race 4, number 2, Reality, a little bit short, but we'll be winning. I had race 5, but it's scratched due to the heavy tracks, so that's no good to us. And then my other best bets came up. I'm just drubbing that out now. In race 7 was number 12, Tamalade.
Very good, Beaver. Good work. I'm glad the dog's finally quieting down now. We're about to sign off, so good job. And
yeah, he's pretty chuffed. He's got some winners today, so
yeah, you might get fed tonight.
He's ready to go. That's it.
So good job, mate. I'll see you, I think, Thursday night for the Doomben 10,000 meeting. Eduardo's come up favourite there. Looks like a good card again. So
awesome.
We'll preview all of that for Pro Group Racing. Check out them for their free tips and extensive guides. And good luck this afternoon. And we'll see you later in the week. Catch you guys.